Okay, what about contracts for your customers? Do people need them, and how do they create one?
Well, most businesses that you deal with, you as an individual, have some type of contract. So, for instance, in a contract can be anything from going into a shop, picking up something, taking it to the till, right, and paying for it. Because what you've got there are the three basic elements of contract law, right? So you've got offer, you've got acceptance, and you've got consideration. So they've offered it for sale at £9.99. You've accepted their offer, gone to the till, and paid them. That's the end of the contract. You own that piece of porcelain or whatever. And business to business or business to consumer is no different. You need to have certain terms. So if I supply you with a million, I'm sorry. So I just said I'm on my way by mistake, but I'm not. So where were we? We were saying, oh yeah, so contracts. So when you enter into any kind of contract, you should set out the basic terms. So if you're selling 1,000 widgets, right, what you want to know is probably the quality of the widgets that you're supplying meets their order. So they phoned you up and said, I want 1,000. You think, all right, we've got those. Those are the ones we normally supply. They're happy with the quality. You want to know when they want them, and you want to know when you're going to get paid, right? And essentially, those are the elements that you need, so that if there's a dispute, you can say, now, hang on a second, when we supplied those, we said you had to pay us in 21 days. You're taking 60 days. It's unacceptable. We're charging you interest, right? Or penalty. So, always have the basic terms set out. Depending on the business, depends on the complexity of that. If you're running a small retail unit, then it's done at the till,
I think business to business is the biggest one, where people need a contract. Some businesses don't have contracts in place for business to business. Where can they get like templates and things from?
So there's a number of things. So always include things like when you get paid, how you deal with their orders, look at other companies' terms and see what they consider to be important for your type of business. Very useful. You find them often on websites. So don't copy them, but you can use them. Think, oh right, I should cover that. I should cover this point, right? Always have a complaint system or a monitoring system so that if there's any issues, right? One company that I dealt with followed up delivery to me with an email from what they termed their head of happiness. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant because it immediately made me smile and wanted to answer the questions because I was amused at their title. The head of happiness. And they were checking that everything was good, rather than saying, oh, there's a complaints procedure. I'm the complaints manager. Was everything okay? It was a very good way of getting information and things. So, find an up-to-date precedent. Simply Docs as one. There are quite a few. Basic terms and conditions. Again, often solicitors' websites will have this free of charge, right? And basic terms and conditions are often. The more complicated the document, or the more complicated your business chain is, the more attention should be paid to those clauses. So you can ask a lawyer to prepare, but again, you should mark down any contracts that you have for regular review. And what I see time and time again is that someone started off in business 20 years ago with basic terms and conditions that they got from God knows when, where, and when. And they're still using them 20 years later. It doesn't cover anything at all. It doesn't cover the nature of their business. So your business is going to change from time to time. And actually, contracts are a business tool. They're there to help you with your supply and how you get paid. for the work and value that you're giving someone else. So bit crazy not to have one.
Yeah.
Certainly need to have basic terms and conditions, and it's easily available, free of charge.
Okay, great.